welcome to another episode of The Real Estate Lounge with your favorite Central Pennsylvania realtor, Brenton Mitchell here. I want to thank you guys for stopping by another little video segment of mine from my trusty, dusty recliner here. It's always a joy to bring you guys these videos, and today I have a very special video that I'm going to do, one that's not so much as to what you need to do to buy, real estate, but I'm going to decide to cover an area today in central Pennsylvania, one that I like to call my hometown, and that's going to be Camp Hill, Pennsylvania. And I'm going to talk to you guys, why is it so great to live in Camp Hill? Stay tuned and find out. I think one of the big reasons why a lot of people like myself enjoy living in Camp Hill, as well as the other towns that surround Harrisburg City, is going to be the capital city amenities that you have. Being on the West Shore over in Camp Hill, you're only 5-10 minutes away from being in downtown Harrisburg, where you'll run into great nightlife, a lot of good restaurants, there's historical museums, the Capitol is obviously downtown. I think that's a big draw for people, being so close to the city, but also having that suburban small town feel. And you're also very close to the mountains. You have the Appalachian Mountains just to the north of us, and then the Susquehanna River cuts through Harrisburg, and the East Shore is what we call it, and then the West Shore from Enola, Lemoyne, Mechanicsburg, and Camp Hill. So there is a lot of stuff to do if you enjoy the outdoors, as far as taking walks along the river, boating, kayaking, fishing, and things like that. And then also going up to the Appalachian Trails and going hiking. So those I think are great pools for people that are outdoors. Another great part of living in this area is going to be its centralized location in the state. You're very close to major interstates such as 83 and 81 running north and south. You also have the Turnpike 76 that runs east to west. So you are very centralized. It's very easy commuting to get to bigger cities like Pittsburgh or Philadelphia, down to Baltimore or Washington, D.C. So even though you're a little bit of ways from it, it's very easy commute to get to those larger cities. I think one of the biggest draws for people as to why they love to live in the Camp Hill area is going to be the Camp Hill community in itself. It's such a great small town, but it has a lot of things to do, plenty of restaurants and coffee houses, salons and barbers, clothing stores and things of that nature. There's a lot of local owned and ran businesses. So you get that real small town feel when you're in Camp Hill. It's a very walkable community. There's sidewalks cover the entire town, and actually the Camp Hill School District is considered a pedestrian school. So majority of the kids either walk or ride their bike to high school, middle school, or elementary school. Another interesting fact and a big draw to why people love the Camp Hill School District is they actually place in the top 10% within the state of Pennsylvania when it comes to testing. So it's a great educational system, statistically speaking, for public schools within the state of Pennsylvania. And another big thing is maybe one of the biggest draws into the Camp Hill area, being in real estate. It's always one of the bigger topics on my mind, and that's just going to be the cost of living. Cost of living in Camp Hill is actually 5% under the U.S. national average. So it's not a very expensive area to live in, but it just offers a ton of great things. From the town itself with Cornerstone Coffee House or the bike shop, or even the local parks that they have. There's just tons of things to do in Camp Hill. You still have a very tight-knit, outreaching community, which everyone loves. Now, speaking from personal experience, I can tell you the reason as to why I live here in Camp Hill and why I love the area. I love being in a smaller community. There's only a population of about 7,900 people in the Camp Hill itself. So I personally come from a small town. My graduating class was less than 200. So it reminds me a lot of being back home. But I also enjoy being close to Harrisburg City, still relatively on the smaller scale, compared to Pittsburgh or Baltimore or Philadelphia. So I enjoy everything that Harrisburg has to offer, with all the great restaurants and things that you can do about the city. And one of the other biggest draws is I love doing things outdoors. I do a lot of walking and hiking with my dog. And this area in general has a lot of parks and just phenomenal scenery that you can take your animals to, or if you personally like to go walking and hiking. You just cannot beat the views and everything it has to offer, from going to the mountains to walking along the river, or even just strolling through downtown. It's just a very nice, friendly area to live in. And this is one reason why I've chose to reside here, and I don't see myself leaving anytime soon. So that's my 2 cents as to why people like myself enjoy living in the central Pennsylvania area, specifically Camp Hill. Thank you for stopping by another episode of the Real Estate Lounge. It was a pleasure, guys, and I will see you on the next one.